Hello ASMR explorers. Today I am going to show you the item. So it's going to be basically an item review. This is the tripod that I purchased on Amazon. This is not sponsored review, it's just my personal experience with the item. When I recently started with my vlog channel, I started with, of course, the most affordable items, and one of those items, the first one that I purchased so I can start doing the videos mainly outdoors, or besides the camera, microphone, and some other things that I had to order, the first and initial item was this tripod. So this is 60 inch tripod, very lightweight. The actual tripod weight is 1.23 kg, or about 3 pounds. So the height goes all the way to 60 inches, and I'm going to open so we can actually take a look at the item itself. And I'm sure most of the YouTubers or people that maybe just for their own personal hobby are making videos, and they're beginners and they want something that's easy to carry on. I think this is very popular item on the Amazon in terms of using it for the beginners, maybe even for the professionals. I wouldn't really know how many professionals are using this tripod, but I think it's very good for the beginners. It's really easy to carry around, especially if you don't have your own car and you want to hop up on the bus and just take this with you. You can just put it. It comes in this very convenient and lightweight bag, and the bag seems to be from very durable material. I don't know, is it waterproof? I didn't read a lot about this bag. I just, well, even if it is, even if the water goes through, I don't think it will do any damage to the tripod itself. So let's unzip this and see how the tripod itself looks like. In my hands, you can see that it's in the very convenient size when it comes about unpacking. So in order to extend it, of course, you're gonna start from stretching these legs all the way, and for extension of these legs, you're going to use these plastic stoppers. Open them in order to start moving the legs. If you just decide to go with the one stopper, if you want to lose only one, that means that you're going to work with this length here. And if you want to stretch it all the way, you can stretch it as much as you want and stop it with this plastic lock. I'm going to extend it all the way so you can see the actual height. So this is the end of the leg, which is also extendable. So, and then you're going to lock it. You're going to do that with all three, of course, legs. You can turn this so you can lock it in this position so it doesn't go anywhere. So extend it again, each leg. So as you can see right now, the tripod is below, it's in the level of basically my chest. So this is the actual height of the legs that you can see right now. This is what you get with extending this is the height that you're gonna get by extending the legs all the way to the maximum length. But if you want to extend this part, we're gonna actually use this extending because this neck will be extending all the way up, and you will see the height. I am 5'4", so if you're a taller person than me, you might gonna be able to use this as to kind of make it more comfortable for recording. So I'm gonna just lose this part here because it will help me to put it really tightly. So basically I'm going to unlock it so I can actually move this section in this position, and this is the handle that you use for bringing the neck, this portion where the camera sits, so, and you can always tighten it up so it stays in that position if you want to have steady recording. Or so yeah, this is the handle that you use to carry the item. So this handle will help us to extend the neck by turning in on one side. In this case, it seems like in my position I'm turning toward left. So with this, you'll extend in the neck. I'm gonna go all the way up to see how far this will go. I really rarely use this. I use it a little bit when I'm recording something that I wanna see better. If it's a little bit in a distance that I need to kind of like catch it like all the way, or if I want to see something that it's not on my height level. So basically, okay, so this is the stopping point. This is the maximum height of this neck that is extendable for additional height, and I'm not sure how tall is this, but if you take my measurements, so I'm 5'4", 5'5", not exactly sure, in centimeter is 164, So according to the Amazon description, this is 60 inches tall, and so basically it is comparing to the length and the height with myself. It's pretty much, I would say, 5'4" in height, and I think this is pretty decent height for most of people, even for the tall one, because it's still stable, it's still steady. The only problem that I discovered with this tripod is that if it's a bit more windy out there and your legs are not in some sort of soft ground where you can actually put these legs a little bit deeper into the ground, this might start tipping or shifting toward any of the directions, the direction of the wind. And it would be the best thing I can say is to try to record in non-windy days if you don't want to lose the tripod somewhere. It happened to me that actually when it was like a 40 or 50 kilometer speed of the wind was actually start shifting it, but I was able to catch it because I was right next to the tripod and camera itself, and it actually didn't fail me yet. I didn't lost the camera from the stand here, because you lock your camera right in there. This part here is, I'm gonna put the neck a little bit down so we have better view on this part here. So this part here where the camera sits also has this rotating mechanism that helps you to loose this part here and move your camera left to right in any other. It's basically 360 rotation, like it doesn't stop anywhere. Be careful not to completely lose this thing. You just loosen up, make sure it's allowing you to move this head in each direction. Then once you decided where you want to keep your camera, or if decided to lock it in that position, you just slide it up back into position that you find it's like it's tied up pretty good. You can actually always tie up more, but it's not necessary because you're dealing with the plastic, so I wouldn't suggest to push it too hard, just to be gentle with this. And of course this part here with the handle allows you to move it, unscrew it, move it up and down, then screw it and make it steady so the camera doesn't move from that point where you decided to keep it. There is a little point here. It's like a plastic glass, we call it, I don't know how they say it in English, but it's like a water skill. The one shows you if the item is being positioned in in the position that is lined up with the ground. So, or I'm sorry, if it's actually standing in good horizontal position. So if this dot that shows where the where is it, basically where the tripod is, it being tilted or not, it tells you that your camera is pretty even, horizontally set. So, but it all depends when you're recording. It doesn't have to be always in pretty in really good horizontal level. It's all up to what you're looking at. But so yeah, if of course this is so easy to put it together, put it back in the bag, carry it around. It is so light you can carry it in one hand. Almost it's so light that, just like I said, 1.23 kg, 3 pounds. I always put everything back, like this neck never stays up. I always put it back. And I make sure that this handle is kind of either up or down, just so it can fit in the bag. So you unscrew the handle, try to put it more down when you're finished. I'm going to try to show you how the camera sits. I purchased the camera on Amazon as well, but I would not want to recommend the camera because camera is okay for the distance shooting, but the zoom on this camera that I bought doesn't do what I wanted for the camera to do. Basically, zoom is really bad. So I'm just going to show the camera so you can have idea how the camera sits, because there is an additional item that came with this tripod, helping to tie the camera on the tripod. So as you can see, this is the camera that I purchased again on Amazon. But like I said, I wouldn't want to do recommendation. I can do the review, but honestly I can leave the link for this camera, and then you can take a look yourself for the specifications, especially for people that understand these cameras better. I'm pretty much amateur when it comes about cameras. I decided to buy $120 camera just to start with something, to see how will I do with my videos and see if I'm actually good in creating the videos. So as you can see, this is basically it comes with a screw, and then you have this piece here that you use to screw this item, this portion that will help you to make camera steady on the tripod. So the camera itself has already prepared two areas where you're going to screw these, where you're going to screw this stationary part. So once you do that, it's pretty tight, and you're going to use this to put it on one side so you can unlock it, and then slip your camera in this area, and then let it to get locked. You actually have to push it with your finger so it gets locked. So this is pretty much how the camera stays steady. And as you can see, I'm just gonna put this up. As you can see, you can walk with your camera like this. It will not fall off because it is pretty stable. Some people leave comments that they lose the cameras dropped, and they basically ruin the very expensive equipment. I don't know how that happened, because I do carry my camera sometimes in this position, so I never lost the camera. Maybe because it's also lightweight camera, and maybe I don't know, like I never had that problem. Seriously, I never lost the camera. Because I'm very careful, always take my time to make sure that this is all tied up. And once you're finished, you can just unlock this, take the camera out, put it back in. Actually, you're just gonna leave it in this position because it doesn't want you to move this anymore. Once you're done, you and just put everything pretty much back in the position, so your legs easily can be put back in the original position. Usually this is so light that I can't even describe how this is so convenient to carry around. I'm sure that professional photographers and people that create very, very professional videos are probably using something more sturdier. But again, it all depends where you're recording your videos. Is it the environment that lets you to use lightweight equipment? And this is it. So I'm going to put this back into the bag. This back up because I feel like I need more room. Back in the bag. This is adjustable for carrying it the way you like it. So if you're still debating if this is worthy of your purchase, the price is very reasonable. I found that this was very, very cheap. And like I said, if you're trying to start videos or creating something for yourself privately, I would definitely suggest this and see if you're going to use it more than you thought. But honestly, I really recommend this. It's a very good item to start with. Of course, there are always better items out there, but like I said, the price matches the quality, and I think I'm gonna have this for a very long time at this point. And I'm gonna leave, like I said, all the links below, even for the camera if you're interested, but I would not personally recommend this camera. I'm using it and pretty much using it to make the videos outside in the nature. Personally, I use completely different camera inside, and it's more appealing, easier for me to use it indoors. This one that I just used on the tripod, I use it for the outside, outdoors. It does pretty decent job when it comes about shooting the distance. The colors are pretty vivid and nice, but that's not the item that I want to review. This is just a tripod review, and I hope you liked it. And I'm assuming this was a little bit different ASMR video. I'm sure there is a lot of ASMR videos with product reviews, but I really didn't pretty much had any particular sense showing this, but I'm still thinking this could be very relaxing ASMR video. I just want to wish you good night if you're going to sleep, and I'll see you maybe back on my channel. Have a good night.